And for Bedford County, I would keep an eye on this one. So we will come back to that one. We're also tracking a non-severe cell, but a lot of these here behind these storms continue to show signatures of supercells. So these supercells continue to form, and these are all forming in areas that haven't seen very much activity today, so there's still quite a bit of energy around. And you can see another one here just south of Lawrenceburg. This is not tornado warned, but it is showing signs of rotation on radar. Quite the night. So we continue to follow that. We'll watch that one. We also are watching the one in Marshall County near Lewisburg. And the ones here in Murfreesboro doesn't look quite as impressive. Neither, to me, does the one in the Carthage area, or just south of, could be south of Carthage near Lancaster now. I think that the bigger threat there is going to be severe wind in excess of 70 possible. So that's what we continue to follow here. And then, of course, in the blue box, that is our flash flood emergency. So we've got two cells that are not warned on for tornadoes, but we're watching them. The one in Marshall County, let's see, reporting a wall cloud in the storm west of Berlin. So that's this one right here that we were just talking about. So that one may be exhibiting signs of a tornado touching down shortly. They continue the tornado warning for DeKalb and Putnam and Smith, probably, excuse me, trimming that county a little bit, and also getting reports of power flashes in western Putnam County. So let's take a look here. Probably near Baxter, where we are looking at the potential for very destructive winds and or maybe a tornado included in that tornado warning here, right around Baxter in western Putnam County, where this warning continues here. So again, we still follow a tornado warning in western portions of Putnam County, the corner of DeKalb County, an extended severe thunderstorm warning for portions of DeKalb County and into White County. And the tornado warning continues for those in Murfreesboro, south of Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. It looks like they have extended a severe thunderstorm warning, which tells me that they may be letting that tornado warning expire at 7:15, which would be good. It does not look to be quite as intense as it once did. This is the one, if you remember, that produced the tornado in Murray County. So this one we have been following for a long time. It did produce a tornado. It had a tornado emergency tag on it. Let's put a quick track on it here just over the past hour. So started in Columbia, just to the east of Columbia, and tracked all the way through here, southern portions of Rutherford County. It looks like it is finally starting to weaken as far as the tornadic potential is concerned, but there's still a lot of lightning, a lot of rainfall, and maybe hail with these storms as well. South of Murfreesboro on 24 again, take a live shot here. Still looking at some pretty good rainfall. Moving across the area. Intense storms, not quite as intense as it was, but again, I think the tornado threat may be, at least at this point, just for now, may be weakening a little bit. It may be cycling too, so we don't want to let our guard down. The severe thunderstorm warning, though, is there for much of Cannon County and goes into Warren County too. So very heavy rainfall moving through portions of Cannon County, including Woodbury, and torrential rain and lightning. We also want to go back to the other tornado warning that we continue to follow in Putnam County. And a lot of wind associated with this also. A little closer here. In and around Baxter to Boma, Bustle, and Burton. Matthew and Boiling Spring. These are all spots here that are going to be impacted by this severe storm here pushing in. Still showing an inflow too, so likely seeing wind being pulled in. It may rotate a little. But again, the potential for tornado is there. Along with that, the high wind and, of course, the intense rainfall that we continue to see pushing through here. So once again, still following these two. We've got 5 minutes left on these two. New tornado warnings just been issued now for the one in Marshall County. So this was the one I was just looking at and was tilting my head at. This one here in Marshall County, there was a reported wall cloud with this storm here, showing decent rotation with it as well. Tornado possible near Farmington, north of Farmington, along, just getting ready to cross 31E. So this is just south of the other tornado warning that we just passed, or that we just talked about here. And decent signs of rotation with this one here. So Laws Hill, Farmington, Clay Hill, Poplands Crossroads, Halls Mill, and Unionville. These are all spots that need to be taking your tornado precautions right now in Marshall County. So once again here, this is a new tornado warning that's just been issued. This is for Bedford and for Marshall County. And we'll go until 7:45 with a new area of rotation now. Structure of the cell looks pretty healthy here and is considered a supercell. It's all out by itself. But back here near Ames and Oslin, 31E would be the area that we're most concerned with for a possible tornado. Clay Hill getting hammered with heavy rain, along with hail, probably. And close enough, again, in that tornado warning as well, close enough where we want to be in our safe spots here. So folks in and around these locations need to be taking your tornado precautions right now. So I'm going to...
Hey, Katie, I'm going to take over here real quick, if you don't mind, give you a little bit of a break, too.
Okay.
Also, quick question for you. If I log out on Splashtop on your account right here, is that going to kick you off of the computer that you're on?
I don't think so.
Okay, I want to have a working computer, so we're going to try to do that real quick.
I'll just log out of Splashtop, take links 1.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, so while we're doing that, a little switch over. I'm going to get everything up real quick. We do still have a few tornado warnings that Katie's been telling you about now for the past little bit. And hold on one second. All right, so still a few tornado warnings in effect for areas of Middle Tennessee. And right now, we got 3 of those. So we still have this one that's up here. This is going to be around Putnam County, Smith County. That's going to go until 7:15. So that is just about to expire. So we're not really going to have to worry about that one for a whole lot longer. There is still that severe thunderstorm that does include parts of White County. That's going to go until 7:30. That is that severe thunderstorm warning for areas in White County, also into DeKalb County. Some strong winds with that storm. So that tornado warning that is around the Smith County and Putnam County area, again, that is going to expire within the next couple of minutes. And then we're still looking at that tornado warning that is going to be south of that. The newest tornado warning that we have, that's this one that's down here in Marshall County. This tornado warning is going to go until 7:45. So we still have another 30 minutes or so left on that tornado warning. I'm going to pull up the National Weather Service chat and see if they're talking about anything, any other details with this tornado warning that's down there in Marshall County. I'm not seeing any new details. This is that tornado warning that was issued, though. For radar indicated rotation, still have not had any visual confirmation on that tornado. But just like we've been seeing for the past several hours now, once these storms fire up, it does not take them long at all to get going and start rotating and possibly be producing some of those tornadoes as well. So we're going to zoom in, get you some of these town names. This is that area of circulation right here. I'm going to change it over to velocity mode too, so we'll see where the best area of rotation is, and it's going to be this spot right here. Right now, if there is a tornado on the ground with this newest tornado warning, that one that's in effect from Marshall County, the best area of rotation is going to be right here around Hunter Road. This is going to be for, again, Marshall County right here. Hunter Road, Laws Hill, Sims Spring, Clay Hill, anywhere in this area of Marshall County, you need to be in your safe place right now. This storm is moving off to the northeast. Also, if you live in Poplin's Crossroads, Fall Creek, Anchor Mill, Elbethal, Fairlane Estates, any of those locations, you also need to be in your safe place, because if that area of rotation holds together, it's going to be moving over your area pretty shortly. 7:45 is the runtime on that tornado warning. That is also going to push over into parts of Bedford County too. Some of those town names, Fall Creek, Anchor Mill, Fairlane Estates, into Bedford County. And then we have that storm that's a little bit to the northeast of that one as well. This is going to be, it actually looks like that one might have just expired, so that's good. Okay, they did go ahead, it looks like, and let that tornado warning expire. I'm going to make sure. All right, so that tornado warning was set to expire at 7:15, and they went ahead and let that expire. I'm not seeing any new updates coming from the National Weather Service that they have any plans on reissuing that tornado warning. The other tornado warning that was up here around the Smith County area, that one also was allowed to expire at 7:15. So as it stands right now, we just have that one tornado warning left, the one that was issued just a few minutes ago for parts of Marshall and Bedford County. I'm going to put it back over here on the regular reflectivity mode. That's still where we're seeing some of the heavy rainfall, hail with that storm too. All just severe thunderstorm warnings now, and these flashing yellow polygons that are for areas around Putnam County, around Cookeville. Also, severe thunderstorm warning including Smithville, Sparta, Woodbury, McMinnville, Morrison, Beech Grove, the very far eastern side of Murfreesboro now included in that. The worst of it, though, has pretty much, it's currently passing over Murfreesboro right now. Still seeing some heavy rainfall in spots, but that main threat, at least right now with that specific storm, is just about to push outside of Murfreesboro. So we still have those few severe thunderstorm warnings, but we also have this tornado warning that is still in effect for parts of Marshall and Bedford counties. I'm going to try to get a little bit of this cleared off of here, get that picture a little bit brighter. So if you're around the Farmington area, Clay Hill, Sim Springs, this is going to be over into Bedford County, Falls Creek, Anchor Mill, Elbethal, still that area, all those little town names, you need to still be in your safe place. Still don't have any visual confirmation on this tornado, but there is still enough rotation signature on the radar, and you can see that right here where those reds and greens are butting up against each other, that the National Weather Service did go ahead and issue that tornado warning for that. We're up here on the Nashville radar site. That's going to be right here, right where it says Hendersonville, a little bit to the south of that. So these greens pixels are going to be the winds that are going northward towards the radar. The red pixels are going to be going southward away from the radar. And that's where we're going to get that best area of rotation right now. That is right there along the Marshall and Bedford County line. If that holds together, that tornado warning is going to be is set to move through a good portion of Bedford County, especially the northern and central areas. Shelbyville and Bedford County is still a little bit on the south side of that best area of rotation, but you still need to be in your safe place right there too. If you're in Bedford County. That is the only tornado warning that we have up right now. That one is set to go until 7:45. We do have another storm, though, a severe thunderstorm warning that is about to get issued from the National Weather Service here in Nashville. This one's going to be for Giles County. They're going to issue a severe thunderstorm warning with that, but also include a tornado possible tag on that severe thunderstorm warning. So hopefully that one will stay as a severe thunderstorm warning, but there is still some rotation right there. Also, I'm getting told that there is some flooding south of Murfreesboro, which definitely makes sense. And honestly, with any of these storms, it makes sense if we see this flooding. Some of these have just dropped some very heavy rainfall, and a lot of these storms have moved through areas kind of where storms have already been moving through. So the ground's already pretty saturated. It's not going to take a whole lot more. And there it is right there. So yeah, flooding in Murfreesboro. Obviously, the roads are super slick. A lot of water piled up right there on the side of the highway, but heavy rainfall, that is leading to flooding. We do have that flood watch that's still in effect. That's going to be in effect until 7 o'clock early tomorrow morning. So that just means these conditions are going to stay favorable for flooding to occur. This is still part of that first round, we'll call it, that's moving through right now, but more of this is still expected on the back side of that. You can still see some of these severe thunderstorm warnings up here in portions of southern Kentucky, either just outside of our viewing area or just barely now pushing in to our counties in southern Kentucky. Also, that flash flood emergency, that's that turquoise shaded box right up here, right along the Tennessee and Kentucky state line. So if you don't have to get out tonight, definitely try to just stay inside, because these storms, the rain's not messing around. They're very strong, a lot of lightning, potentially dropping down tornadoes. It looks like we've seen already a confirmed tornado or two today. So seeing that damage out of Murray County. So just if you can, just go ahead and stay indoors and just take it easy tonight, and be ready to take shelter if you need to, if a tornado warning gets issued for your area. Current time is 7:20. Still have that tornado warning that's in effect for parts of Marshall and Bedford counties. That is going to go until 7:45. So still seeing a little bit of a hook popping up right here on the radar. Looks like the bulk of this is now pushed out of Marshall County, and that's now moving into Bedford County too. So I'm going to put it back over here on the velocity. And it looks, those pixels are a little bit brighter, a little bit tighter too, from what we were looking at just about 10, 15 minutes or so ago. So that rotation could be getting a little bit stronger. Not seeing any new updates coming through from the National Weather Service office here in Nashville. Nothing that they've put in chat talking about that tornado warning. So right now, it's just going to continue as is for another 24 minutes on that tornado warning. Looking to see if I see any other areas of good rotation. Nothing that's standing out too much. Maybe just a little bit of broad stuff around portions of Cannon County or so. But still, that's the only tornado warning that we have in effect right now. Just exiting Marshall County, that best area of rotation, still pushing off into Bedford County, the very far western edges of Bedford County. That best area of rotation looking like it's right around Sim Springs, south of Poplin's Crossroads, Fall Creek. This is 41 right here, this road. So if you live along 41 around Fall Creek, Anchor Mill, Elbethole, Fairlane Estates, anywhere in those areas, you really need to just go ahead and stay in your safe place. Treat this tornado like it is on the ground. Again, I haven't seen any photos of it or anything yet. No reports from any storm chasers or law enforcement that has had visual on this tornado, but you just got to treat it like it is. Actually on the ground right there. I'm reading National Weather Service chat too. I'm trying to see something around Buffalo Valley Road. I'm assuming that's in Putnam County. Not exactly sure what's going on there, so I'll see if I can get a little bit more information on that. Might start right near Pocahontas right up here. This is around the Coffee County, right here up in Coffee County and Cannon County line. Right here around Pocahontas, Ivy Bluff, McMahon. Still seeing a little bit of rotation that our computer's trying to put up that signature on right there. No tornado warning with that though. That is still just that severe thunderstorm warning. I will say we're going to put it over to the debris tracker, and well, we might be seeing a little bit. We'll wait and see. But some of those pixels do kind of want to match up with where we're seeing the best area of rotation. I'll wait to see if the National Weather Service says anything more about that. But anywhere in that area of Bedford County, you still need to be in your safe place right now. You are still under that tornado warning until 7:45. It is 7:23 right now, so still 20 minutes left on that tornado warning. Again, that is for part of Bedford County. I want to back out just a little bit, though, and still show you what we have, because the threat's not over just yet. We still have that tornado watch in effect. That is for every single one of our counties in southern Kentucky. All of our counties here in Middle Tennessee, too, included in that tornado watch. That's going to go until 9 o'clock this evening. Also down in Lincoln, Moore, and Franklin counties, that tornado watch is going to go until 11 o'clock tonight. So we still have a couple of more hours on that, and I still wouldn't be surprised if we still get a little bit more, even maybe a little bit after that, too. But hopefully we'll wait and see how that goes. Hopefully it doesn't get too strong though overnight. However, it does still look like that kind of second round is going to move through the overnight hours. Still seeing it looks like this most recent radar scan, still seeing some stronger rotation right there. Some of those brighter greens.
And in Bedford County, right?
Yes, this is
north
in
of Shelbyville.
Correct. Yep. This is in Bedford County. Katie, I'm going to try to get on links 2 from right here,
okay.
And I'm hoping that doesn't mess your computer up.
No, I'm out. So let me log out of links 1 there, and I'll log in.
Okay. I'm going to go right to links 2.
And I'll stick with links 1 here. So hopefully we can, let's see here, log in. So we do continue to, yeah, it's not letting me try. Try logging out and then logging back in. difficulties for a sec. I do want to stress too that there is a new flash flood emergency that has been issued from the Weather Service. They are adding in the rest of Sumner and Robertson County. This is turning into a really serious situation. I've been retweeting a few videos from folks. Thank you so much for sending your pictures and your videos. If you can safely take them and then send them, I very much appreciate it. And then in the back, if we can effort at least getting permission and showing some of those on air. There is a lot of flooding video coming in out of Gallatin right now. And again, goes into the story of the fact that we've got flash flood emergency for that area. And again, folks don't really take the flash flood emergency, I think, as serious as we should. So that is going to be something we are watching closely here as we go through the next several hours. And unfortunately, we're going to continue to see rain as we head through the evening hours tonight. Here's some of that video coming in out of Gallatin. This was from Sarah Beth. So thank you, Sarah Beth, from sending this in out of Gallatin. With water covering the streets now. There have been reports too of water rescues, multiple water rescues that are underway in Robertson and in Gallatin. So this is a video again coming in from Sarah Beth in Gallatin of water that is covering the roads there in the downtown area. So once again, I do appreciate any videos that you can send us that are safely taken here. So wow, you can see water just streaming down the road. Upwards to 6-7 inches has fallen in some of these spots right now, and it is leading to those water rescues. And unfortunately, we have more rain on the way. We are not done as far as our rain is concerned for tonight. So our main event is still coming in later this evening here, although it has been a very active day so far. So what we're looking at on radar, this is our tornado warning that continues for Bedford County, and this is going to be until 7:45. So we are going to be, now it's not letting me in right now to links. So I am unable to drive right now, Brett.
All right, I'm going to try to put it back on links 2 and see if that gets it back up and running. Is that letting you control it?
Let's try it one more time here. So, nope, it's not letting me in.
Okay.
So we do continue to follow the potential for a tornado here as we go through Bedford County. So all evening long, we've been watching these storms produce quite a bit of rain, quite a bit of lightning. The one that is moving across, I would say Cannon County now is looking very impressive on radar. Yes. Near Morrison, Centertown, and McMinnville. This is headed towards McMinnville, a tornado warning for parts of Cannon County, northern portions of Coffee County, and into Warren County. So if we can put that up on radar here, whether I drive that, we can.
Yeah, if you want to come over here just real quick, Katie, I cannot get this computer get out of that right here.
Okay, I'm going to try one more time because I do want to get to that one over in Coffee in Warren County. It is looking very intense on radar at the moment here. So this one again is going to be tornado warning, and that goes until another 30 minutes. So here we go, back in. So let's scan over here. So this is the one we're looking at. It's going to be right around Trousdale and Pocahontas, Lawson Mills, moving toward McMinnville. So this one, again, is going to be moving more into Warren County with the potential for a tornado here. And again, looks pretty intense as far as radar velocities are concerned. Let's see what our rotation detection is also showing. Some decent scans here, right around Trousdale to Morrison and into McMinnville. So we'll stick with this one here for a second as we continue to track this one tornado warning. excuse me, that continues until 7:45, so another 15 minutes. So Crisp Spring, Lawson Mill, the tornado warning does include downtown McMinnville in Warren County, Centertown, and Womack. But the area that I'm watching here is right here. I want to actually, we'll back out a little bit, and I want to look at this one, and we can even look at the one moving across portions of Bedford County. And we're going to scroll back just a little bit in time. So there was a TDS that was just on our radar, pushing through southern Cannon County, and then lifted, but still showing some very decent signatures on radar. So the TDS is that little silver circle that you see here. That is our radar indicating that there is a tornadic debris signature possibly that is showing up on radar. So again, that is in southern Cannon County, and this was at 7:22. So we move forward here, and the one in Bedford County at 7:22, also very intense and very classic as far as supercell is concerned. But we take a look here. We'll start with the one pushing more into Warren County near McMinnville. Still very intense areas of rotation. Looking at debris tracker for possible debris, and our relative velocity and our base velocity that continues to show intense areas of rotation within the storm. So let's see here if they are going to if any other reports. I'm just looking for any other reports that they may have here. So this is the tornado warning. Moving east at 35 miles per hour, tornado and $half size hail, radar indicated, and quite intense here pushing through. So still looking quite classic as far as supercell is concerned here. We do have a nice inflow with the storm, so being fed that warm and moist air that helps to keep the storm active and help it going. Centertown, Devonport, Flatwood, and Blue Hill all looking at torrential rain. These storms have had the tornadoes on the southwest side of the storm, which is where they typically are. On the north end is where we have hail and a lot of heavy rain, and that's where we've had a lot of that today moving through, with reports of, in some places, tennis ball size hail, baseball to tennis ball size hail. Folks around Trousdale concerned that there might be something trying to form here toward McMinnville, Lawson Mill, McMinnville. These are all locations here that we are. I'm going to put a quick track on this here. All locations that we're watching closely. For folks in McMinnville, this possible tornado near you in 10 minutes, Curtistown in 25 minutes, White Hill in 26 minutes. So again, this tornado warning continues until 7:45. So we have the tornado warning here. We're also continuing to watch the tornado warning in Bedford County. Two other severe thunderstorm warnings that have tornadic potential in Giles County. And then north here, the tornado warning has been allowed to expire. The one that we were tracking out of Smith and DeKalb County, now looking at severe winds coming through Cookeville. But our newest, and I think one of our growing threats here, is this flash flood emergency that continues for all of Sumner County. Also goes for Robertson County, and this is a flash flood emergency. So what this means is that flash flooding is ongoing and imminent, and we've had anywhere between 7 to 8 inches of rain that has fallen. We have more falling now and more on the way. We have Kylie Walker with us live in Robertson County, I believe. Kylie, tell me what you're seeing. Where are you?
Hey, we're on a Ridge Road. This is in Cedar Hill, and that flooding you were just talking about, we saw some of that about a couple of hours ago, right as we were driving in. Now, we had to pull over because of the tornado warning that was in this area earlier. We were headed to this street when we pulled over. But when we got onto this street, we saw a lot of damage. Some neighbors told me that they even saw a funnel by their barn. And then if you look over my shoulder, just right there, I'm not sure how much you could see because it is dark. We will show you that a little bit later in the show as well, but that is going to be the barn that was just destroyed. And I also talked to neighbors who told me that we're thinking it could have possibly been some hail destroyed or shattered, rather, his windshield. Now, just down the road as well, we saw a tree that fell onto somebody's house, and that half of the house, the homeowner said, was just flooded. Good news is, in both of these cases, everyone was okay. With this barn right behind me, we do know that some dogs were hiding under the cars. And then with that house, nobody was inside aside from their pets, but the neighbors ran over and got them. As of right now, though, things are looking much calmer than what we saw here earlier. Right now, just lots of debris kind of just on the ground here. You'll see that to my right as well, and just it's very farm heavy in this area, so lots of people were caring for their farm animals out here because a lot of the barns, the sheds, the gates were all broken down, blown off. We're seeing lots of people kind of drive through this area, but right now it's not raining. We're not seeing those strong winds. I know that could change later in the night, so we are going to send it back to you, Katie, in studio, just to see what else we could see in this area as we head later into tonight.
All right, thanks so much, Kylie. Again, live in Robertson County here. And I'm going to zoom in just to show she's in Cedar Hill, which is right here along the edge of that flash flood emergency. And we've seen in these locations here anywhere between 7 to 8 inches of rain over the past 24 hours. A lot of this coming from this morning. And then this afternoon from all of the thunderstorms here. And unfortunately, we have more rain to come. We've got showers and storms just north here that'll be sinking southward as we head through the evening tonight. Tornado watch continues for all of Middle Tennessee. We do have 2 active tornado warnings. The one that continues in Warren County here, and let's go down to the one in Warren County again. And we'll take a quick look at this. Still looks pretty decent on radar. Crisp spring and moving toward downtown McMinnville. Want to quickly take a look at the other tornado warning here. This one moving towards Bell Buckle in Bedford County, passing through Shelbyville. And this one has some pretty intense rotation with it as well. So we'll zoom in a little more and possibly looking at something trying to form just to the east of Shelbyville. So this tornado warning continues here. We've had a decent couplet, in fact, pushing over 41A just north of Shelbyville, and then more rotation passing to the east of Shelbyville now, and to the south of Bell Buckle and Wartrace. So this in Bedford County that we're looking at the moment here. And a lot of these other, I'm looking back at any other reports that we might have, a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings that continue with these storms as well. So the 2 tornado warnings that we continue to monitor here, both looking fairly healthy, include one in Bedford County, just north of Shelbyville. The other one in Warren County, getting ready to push into McMinnville. So these 2 areas will need to be monitored closely here. The one in Warren County may be trying to cycle. It's still showing pretty good amount of rotation, but we are getting a little bit more clutter, it looks like, at least on radar. I'm going to track this one here as it moves in, and we'll put this in motion. These have been moving at about 35 to 40 miles per hour. So McMinnville in 16 minutes, Spring Creek in 24 minutes, Curtistown in 27 minutes. This would be the area of the tornado warned storm in Warren County that we are looking at here as it moves through this portion of the county here. So McMinnville, about a 15-minute heads up from now before it is making its way into your area. In addition to that, we continue to follow the one here that is now moving east of Shelbyville. And we are looking at it to make its way through Bedford County and eventually into portions of Coffee County. So, Brett, 2 different storms that we continue to follow here that are tornado warned.
Yeah, Katie, and I think we have a phone interview coming up too. I was being told. All right, so are we good to go? Everything all set? Okay, cool. Hey, Chris Hanna with Tennessee Highway Patrol. I think we've got you on the phone. How are you doing tonight?
It's a busy night for everyone.
Yeah, I hear you on that. And I know that tornado moved through Murray County and caused some damage. I was seeing some of those damage photos. Have you heard any word on that, what the road conditions are looking like? What kind of damage that tornado down there caused earlier today?
Yeah, we have a section of I-65 that goes through Murray County. And we've, at the 47-mile marker, southbound, we had a vehicle get blown off the road, and the driver was taken by a private vehicle to the hospital. As far as wrecks, that's the only thing we've had. And at the 47-mile marker there also, there's a tree down, and it's got 1 lane blocked, and we hope to get it open in about 30 minutes.
I gotcha. So just that one injury that at least you can report so far from down there in Murray County?
But as far as vehicle crashes.
Vehicle crashes, okay.
Yeah. I don't know about any injuries with houses and stuff. I do know that the Murray County Sheriff's Department, the Columbia Police Department, the Spring Hill Police Department, they're going house to house now checking on people, but I don't have an update on that.
I gotcha. And as far as like any of the trees down on roads, do we know if there's any roads that are not passable or any more roads that aren't passable right now, or how is that looking? Do you have any info on that?
Yeah, we haven't had any calls or anything on roads being closed by damage to trees or anything like that. We haven't received anything like that right now, other than the situation on I-65.
Okay, perfect. Well, hopefully Murray County stays a little bit quieter for the rest of the night, because I know that was not a good situation. Hopefully, though, everybody's okay, and that person that was in that vehicle is going to be okay too. Is there anything else that you wanted to say to the public? Any words you wanted to get out for the rest of tonight?
Well, I think the best thing is to let the professionals do their job. Mm-hmm. Try not to get in their way. They're trained to do things like this. Not only the Sheriff's Department and the police departments, you got EMS that's out there doing their job. I was just told by a trooper that was on the scene, Lawrenceburg Fire Department has sent units there to assist. And we all know that our partners with TDOT is out there doing their work also. So, I would like to say, number one, thanks to you guys for making us aware and keeping us safe. But I also want to thank those guys for what they do also, because that's boots on the ground for you guys. You spread the word one way and we clean it up the other.
Absolutely, and y'all do a great job of it too, helping the people out and everything. But then also, I know y'all take pictures and help send those in and get y'all's reports of what y'all are seeing out there on the roads too. And that's also super helpful for us and the National Weather Service to help get that word out and actually have visual confirmation of some of these tornadoes too.
Well, if you think about it, in a situation like this, all of our jobs is to make sure that the people that we serve is taken care of, and that's what we hope we're doing a good job of.
Absolutely, and y'all are doing a great job of that down there, and really, across the entire state, y'all always do a great job. Well, Sergeant Hanna, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us tonight. Hopefully you stay safe out there, and we'll see if we hear from you again tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, you too. Thank you.
All right, and again, we continue to track a couple tornado warnings as well, and in trying to get any other information that we can to you, starting to see more pictures and videos coming out over social media of a wedge tornado that moved through Murray County, the tornado emergency that we had earlier. That is actually this same cell that continues to produce a tornado warning for Warren County. So I went back and looked at 2 hours time, and you can see that that is the same cell that stemmed from the tornado emergency, tracked over Robertson, or I should say Rutherford County, Cannon County, and now into Warren County, and continues with a tornado warning in Warren County here. So let's zoom in on that one, and we'll start there. McMinnville seeing torrential rain with this at the moment. Lawson Mill and Mount Zion also looking at intense rainfall, and I would say an intense signature still pushing through Warren County. So folks around McMinnville are hopefully in your safe spot now. I'm looking at rotation right around Lawson Mill in Warren County here, and Mount Zion.